I'm Jimi Hendrix, and this is episode 152, Visionquest on Empower Your Pattern. Did you know that there are patterns to help you receive more? To help you live and enjoy an extraordinary life right now? Well, I'm Jimi Hendrix, and I am a self-published author, success, confidence, and thrive coach, and I'm here to teach you these success principles. Let's go. Okay, I really didn't want to do this particular episode today, it being on the Sabbath. However, I'm thinking if you can apply a spiritual theme to it, I believe you can. Alright, so that there is no confusion, we're going to go ahead and go into the Bible and into the book of Proverbs, okay? Proverbs chapter 29, I believe it's verse 18, if I remember correctly. Verse 18, it says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he." Alright? Now, for the benefit of everybody else, I enjoy the King James Bible. That's my primary text. But now we're going to go ahead and go into the Messianic version of the Bible. That way we can have a more frugal approach. Number 18 says, "Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. But one who keeps the Torah is blessed." Okay, there's no revelation, people cast off restraint. Okay, that is true. That is true. Because back in 1998, I didn't have the revelation I needed. I had supports. Now listen to me, I had supports. One of the biggest supports around that time, from 1995 to 1998, and even onward, was my college classmate, Kevin. I try to keep in touch with Kevin regularly via email, because I think we live in two different states now. He is a great countryman, a great scholar, and a great gentleman. It was around that time, same time in 1998, I was finishing my bachelor's degree. He was finishing his MBA. And so, he was a support to me. He kind of disagreed with Chris about the idea of us moving to Arlington. He felt like I needed to stay there and attempt law school. But unfortunately, well, we all know it didn't work out. In my dreams, maybe. But that don't mean that I still can't combine my love of law and politics with personal development. Okay? Now, I do have a news podcast with another kind of news personality I play. And there may be an ideology that I have, but my policy is one's political party and ideology is their own business. Okay? especially on Empower Your Pattern. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I digress. Okay, let's enter Gregor Moore. Do you remember me mentioning, it's back in the, I think it was the episode 123. Gregor Moore had said, and I quote, he said, Jimmy, you have more. I'm going to look for some synonyms for critical thinking, okay? Because then he would say, there's something wrong with you, Jimmy. You're not, you're off your game. Synonyms for critical thinking.
Here's a summary from Thesaurus. Synonyms, antonyms, and related.
Okay, let's turn this down. He said, it's kind of like, it's obviously that you're very deliberative in your discourse, Jimmy. I'd even recommend you for graduate school. Of course, that's here and there. And then you had Keith. And he was like, I know you didn't want to move. He said, look at this way, Jimmy. It's kind of what we dreamed about. You graduate from college. We live in Dallas-Fort Worth together as friends. I was like, yeah. Come to think of it, that is kind of what I wanted. Now, enough about that. I think it's time that we look at some good and hard realities. Okay? Now listen to me. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay? It's kind of like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but it is the honest, golden truth there. You can't deny it. Have a vision, have a plan for your future. Don't just go haphazard because the reactive culture wants you to. Okay? Because the more and more I think about it, our reactive culture doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. There's no common sense in it whatsoever. Be it in the news media or wherever. And so, that's the thing. You are required to have enough lift in your vision and in your dreams. Because if you just go along with the herd, you go along with the reactive culture, which is unfortunately what I did in 1998. Now, Keith and I honestly thought, though, that it might work. Kevin had his misgivings. And of course, by 1998, Gregor Moore was no longer really in my life, sadly. I think at that point, he had already received his PhD. So, of course, I found out later on in 2003, he decides to do some veterinary work, which surprises me. Because, of course, I guess it shouldn't. Because you're teaching a subject like political analysis. You have to know mathematics. So, what happened at this particular point? pretty much on the 7th of May, after I was finished, the 6th of May, I was finished with all my files. I went in the night before I was supposed to move. Me and Chris went to the fountain together one last time. We listened to a few programs. The next morning, my life changed. The moving people came in. They packed up our stuff. They loaded us up, and the next thing you know, blammo, we were gone. We were riding in the moving truck to Arlington because there was no way to get there. Just us. Okay, so here's the deal. I had no idea of the torrent, the other torrent of, quite frankly, reactivity that was about to hit me. You know, I'm sorry that I didn't plan with the appropriate vision, because I had originally planned to just stay in Lubbock and finish law school, but to save my marriage, I chose to move to Arlington to be with my ex-wife at the time. I thought, well, I can go for a bachelor's degree, a second bachelor's degree. Well, a master's degree, but if that fails, then a second bachelor's degree was a good choice, because I felt that the master's degree was kind of out of reach. And so you see, I had no idea. My ex-wife had started in me a love of personal development. And I have had also, of course, the love of politics. And I was talking to a friend of mine last week. I'm like, how did I mix those together? She said, politics can be a part of personal development in some ways. And there's only one way I see it being that way, and that's leadership. So I think I need to know as much as I possibly can about leadership, okay? So leadership and entrepreneurship are probably going to be the things that I know the best. But besides, of course, you know, one thing that people say I'm good at inspiring them about is about overcoming adversity. And the reason why I inspire people to overcome adversity is it's not just about the adversity that I go through. It's just that there are success principles. And there are success patterns that you go by. Now, I hope you've enjoyed listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become part of the Empower Your Pattern. Become a citizenry of Pattern Realm. And please share this with Mama Son, Papa Son, and everyone. And until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And God bless you.